What's up, YouTubers here? Now, every year there's always really cool breakthrough performances. That it's always really cool to see like newer actors, getting the chance in the spotlight. And this year is no exception. So I'm gonna be doing my top 10 favorite breakthrough male performances of breakthrough male actors of the year, and then I'm doing another video talk about the breakthrough female actresses of the year. So here is my official top 10 favorite breakthrough actors 2023. All right, coming in at number 10, I'm going with Justin H. Smith for Shortcomings. Now he plays the character Ben Taguara, who's a struggling California filmmaker who contemplates his romantic future when his girlfriend moves to New York for an internship. Now he's been in stuff like he was also just on the Netflix series Beef. He was in the movie After Yang, and he's in an upcoming movie called The Greatest Hits with Ari Superman there. And he definitely pretty much is a breakthrough role here, and I thought he was terrific. Uh, I really liked his back and forth scenes with Sherry Cola. I thought they really play off each other well. Uh, Ali Mackey plays his girlfriend in this too. She's really wonderful. He gets a little bit become a player too. He even gets with Debbie Ryan in this, so that's something to go by. But yeah, really decent performance, and I'm interested to see what else he'll bring in the near future. So, all right, coming in at number 9, uh, hopefully I pronounced this right, Anaki Godoy in Netflix's One Piece. Now, here, of course, he plays the iconic One Piece character, Monkey D. Luffy, who's a prospective pirate, both cursed and gifted with with powerful, like rubber-like abilities from accidentally eating a mysterious devil fruit here. Now, I never really heard of this actor, and actually, the majority of the actors of the One Piece series I never heard of. Like the only one I did heard of was the actress Emily Rudd because she was in like the Fear Street movies. But yeah, I barely even heard much about the other. Like I never even heard majority of these actors, and that's really cool. I mean, you don't really need like well named stars to to show that you can do a show very well. And here it really shows that. I mean, it was one of the most watched shows on Netflix. Now, granted, I'm not really much of a One Piece guy, but I still checked out the series anyway. And I thought Godoy's performance as Luffy was really great. He really embodied the character very well. I really hope to see him do more stuff. Obviously, we got One Piece season 2 coming out, but outside of One Piece, I hope to see him in more roles in the near future, not just like One Piece series, because he definitely is an actor to keep. He's definitely an actor to keep your eye out for in the near future, and hopefully we'll see him more of him. All right, number 8, I'm going with Joseph Cross for 1001. Now, there's also 2 other actors because this is a little bit like Moonlight, where like it's different time periods in this kid's life where he goes from 6 years old to up to like a grown adult. And the other 2 kids are great, but I'm definitely going to go with this one because this actor here, Joseph Cross, because he ends up having more like prominent role here. Uh, Now he plays the son of Tiana Taylor's character, who of course set in 1999, and Tiana Taylor plays like this mother who decides to kidnap her son out of foster care, and he ends up growing up throughout. And Joseph Cross, I thought was really terrific in this. He really played his part very well. The mother son dynamic chemistry between him and Dontel, I thought was really cool. It gets really like emotional at times, and I really thought he played like the older version very well, like similar to the actors from Moonlight, like from the kid to growing up to become Trevante Rose, and also definitely had a lot of Moonlight vibe in this, and it's a really decent flick if you guys haven't seen that. All right. Number 7, I'm going with Stanley Simons for the Iron Claw. Now here, of course, he plays one of the brothers of the Von Erich family, Mike Von Erich, whose real name is Michael Brett Atkinson, who is, of course, a professional wrestler under the ring name of Mike Von Erich. And, of course, his four brothers were like David, Kerry, Kevin, Chris. And now, obviously, the other actors I've heard of, like Zac Efron, Harry Sixon, and Jeremy Allen White, they're definitely, not really breakthrough actors here. But Stanley Simons, I never even heard of before, and I really hope to see him do more. Like the stuff he ends up going to as the role of Mike is very emotional, because especially since it's based on a true story, Mike's life is tragically cut short, and you definitely see how like terrific Stanley Simon does at really playing this person very well. And so yeah, I just thought he was really terrific here. I hope to see him do more stuff in the near future because I think Stanley Simon is definitely an action key guy out for. I mean, obviously when people are talking about the Iron Claw, they're mostly talking about like Zac Efron's performance, Jeremy Allen White. Not many people really talk about Simon's portrayal, but he is really great in this. You guys have seen that. All right. Number 6, I'm going with Tio Yo for Past Lives. Now, of course, now, of course, if you guys don't know much about the story, it pretty much follows like two childhood friends over the course of 24 years while they contemplate the nature of their relationship as they grow apart, living different lives. And you have Greta Lee's character who actually reunites with Tio Yo's character. And now, Tio Yo, I had never really heard before I saw this movie. I hope to see him in more stuff. Like, he was just cast in season 2 of The Night Agent, so that's really cool. And I thought he was really wonderful in this. Like his chemistry with Greta Lee is really remarkable. He plays his part very well. His like scenes are very emotional. You get very invested with his character, and it's a really wonderful performance. All right, number 5, I'm going with Charles Melton for May December. Now, also when you think of Charles Melton, he definitely has a career like with the show Riverdale. He's been in like Bad Boys for Life. He was in that Yaha Shahid film, The Sun Is Also the Star. But I guess you could say that this is really his breakthrough role here. Playing like this guy who ended up sleeping with his teacher when he was like 13 here, and he ends up pretty much marrying her like years later. Of course, you got Julianne Moore, Scrandless, Natalie Portman, but Charles Melton, which I could totally see him maybe even winning an Oscar. He is really remarkable in this role. He's very it gets very emotional at times. Really shows that he's just not the guy from Riverdale anymore. Like he definitely has some really serious acting chops, and here he really shows it. Makes me want to see Charles Melton more stuff in the near future. So, really terrific performance in this. All right, number 4, I'm going with Archie Makary for both Gran Turismo and Saltburn. Now, in Saltburn, he plays the role of Fale Start, who's the cousin of Jacob Elordi's Felix character, and in Gran Turismo, he plays like this young retail worker and a fan of Gran Turismo video games who becomes like a professional race driver. I mean, what a really cool year for him, going from like 2 very different films to one is of course a racing sports film with Gran Turismo, and the other is like this very talented Mr. Ripley like film of Saltburn, and he is great in them both. I mean, he probably gave a better performance in Saltburn, but I actually thought he was like very terrific in Gran Turismo too. He really plays he of course in that he is playing a real life person, which is insane to believe that. I still cannot believe that's based on a true story, but it is insane to believe, and he really does a great job at playing like both parts in this. You definitely make he's definitely very believable in his roles here, and it's really like both roles were really decent. Interesting to see what else he can do next. All right, Number three, I'm going with Kevon Montrell Woodard as a role of Sam on HBO's The Last of Us. Now, I never really heard this actor before, but of course, on the episodes of him on Last of Us, besides like the Nick Offerman one, this is also another emotional episode here, and it is really intense. Of course, you have him playing Sam, who's this deaf, autistic 8-year-old child who is hiding with his brother Henry. Um, and Sam was also diagnosed with leukemia at a very young age, and it's a very emotional episode. Him and his brother, we got Lamar Johnson. They were both really had the brother roles perfectly. Uh, I mean, it's really cool that they actually got a real life. Like I'm always cool when like actors playing a part that they're not. Like let's say Dustin Hoffman playing an autistic person in a Rayman, or you know, or Sean Penn in I Am Sam. But it's always really cool when they actually do get actual actors who play people who do have disabilities here. And of course, the actor is actually deaf in real life. So I really think that is always cool that they do that. They still actually get people who actually has problems playing, people with like disabilities here, which I think is really cool. Uh, but yeah, I really thought he was really wonderful in this. I've said this before, but his episode is very emotional. It gets very sad at times. So yeah, if Last of Us obviously was one of the best shows of the year too, and it had a really great cast. Like besides Pedro Pascal and Bella Ramsey, like talk about terrific cast here. From Nick Offerman to Murray Bartlett's story to Nico Parker. I mean, it had one of the best casts of the years in my opinion. So yeah, it's a really cool storyline there too. All right, number three, I'm going with Andrew Barr Feldman for No Hard Feelings. Now here he plays Percy Becker, whose parents as a pioneering Jennifer Lawrence's character, uh, to to pretty much have an experience, to have like a romance. I mean, romance with his inexperienced son. Now he's actually appeared in stuff like mostly on Broadway. He actually had like a little like a part on the High School Musical series, but this was actually his first major break. He was also recently in that not so that recent Rachel Lee Cook Netflix film, A Taurus's Guide to Love and All. But I really thought he was really wonderful. That's like he definitely was very charming. His chemistry with Jennifer Lawrence is terrific. He was really he was funny. He was really hilarious at times. Like his awkward stuff he does is terrific. I mean, maybe I'm not saying this because like his dad was a Ferris Bueller or anything like that. But I gotta say if they were, and I'm not saying they should, but I kid you not, if they were to like literally do a reboot of Ferris Bueller's Day Off Day, I'll tell you right now, Andrew Feldman will be a good Ferris Bueller. Definitely has a bit of like the Ferris Bueller vibe, which I guess that's probably why after they got Matthew Parker plays that. But still, I really do hope to see this kid in more stuff because he's definitely a really terrific young actor there. And of course, my number one favorite breakthrough performance by a male actor this year is Dominic Senna for The Holdovers. Now, here, of course, he plays Angus Tully, who's like a Boston student left on campus during Christmas break and set in like the 1970s. And he also has like a really cool relationship with his teacher, played by Paul Giamatti, as well as the school cafeteria lady, played by Divine Joy Randolph. Dominic Senna, I mean, I don't even think he's really getting much Oscar buzz. Like, he did got a nomination for the Critics' Choice Award for Best Young Actor and everything. It's a shame that he's not really getting much Oscar praise here. I mean, obviously, Paul Giamatti is getting Oscar praise, Divine Joy Randolph, but I really think Dominic Senna should be a dark horse for nomination because he is terrific in this. I mean, I hadn't really heard this actor before I saw this movie, and I thought he really played this part very well. He had lots of emotional scenes. Uh, I don't know if he's been maybe he's done acting classes before, but he really nailed it here. His chemistry with both Giamatti and Randolph is remarkable. I mean, what Alexander Payne was able to do with this film and giving a performance out of him, I thought was terrific. So if you guys never really seen this film, do yourself a favor, go watch The Holdovers. It's a really amazing flick. But that's pretty much it there. Here is my quick rundown. Number 10, Justin H. Min for Shortcomings. 9, Inaki Godo for One Piece. 8, Joseph Cross for 1001. 7, Stanley Simons for The Iron Claw. 6, Tio Yo for Past Lives. 5, Charles Melton for May December. 4, Archie Megway for Saltburn and Gran Turismo. 3, Kevin Montreal Woodward for The Last of Us. 2, Andrew Feldman for the No Hard Feelings. And number 1, Dominic Santa for The Holdovers. Now, there's some other ones I can't remember off the top of my head, to be honest. There was lots of really cool breakthrough roles there. But there's probably some other one. I probably could have added Jacob Aldori, but he had more breakthrough in Euphoria, so I don't know if that he would really count. The kid from I forgot the act's name, but the kid from Anatomy of 4, he was really good. Some other really decent ones I could have added on this list. But let me leave you guys. What's some of your favorite breakthrough male actors of the year? Drop comments below. Don't forget to subscribe, hit that bell for notification. This is Himu signing.